Your husband tipped me $500 and said to keep quiet, the waitress told me. I wasn't supposed to be at that restaurant. My client canceled lunch last minute. The restaurant near my office was packed. I tried a quiet Italian spot I'd never been to before. White tablecloths, corner booths, candles on tables, the kind of place for anniversaries and secrets. The waitress approached with a strange expression. I'm sorry, but aren't you married to David Chen? Yes. How do you know my husband? He was here last week with a woman. He tipped me $500 cash and said if anyone asked, I never saw him. She twisted her hands together nervously. But I saw your photo on his phone when he was paying. You looked so happy. I couldn't just say nothing. My stomach dropped. 8 years of marriage I thought was solid, unshakable. What did she look like? The woman. Older, maybe 60s, gray hair. They sat in the corner booth for 3 hours. She cried through most of the meal. He held her hand a few times, but more like comfort than romance. She kept apologizing. He kept saying it wasn't his decision. Not his decision. Not an affair. Something else entirely. I thanked her and left without ordering. Sat in my car trying to piece together what David could be hiding that involved an older woman and tears and $500 for silence. That night I waited until David fell asleep. Then I went through his phone. I'd never done it before in 8 years. His texts were clean, his emails normal. Then I found a separate email account I didn't know existed. 3 months of messages with someone named Margaret, my mother's name, the woman who left when I was 7, walked out one morning and never came back. Sent birthday cards for 2 years, then disappeared completely. I hadn't spoken to her in 25 years. The emails told a story I hadn't expected. Margaret found David through LinkedIn 3 months ago. She had stage 4 pancreatic cancer, months to live, maybe weeks. She wanted to apologize before she died. She knew I'd never respond if she reached out directly, so she contacted my husband instead. David's responses were careful. He explained I was still angry, that he couldn't promise anything but would try to understand. They'd met twice. The restaurant was the second time. Margaret had broken down completely, told David everything about why she left, a story I'd never heard. She'd had a breakdown, untreated postpartum depression that spiraled into something darker. My father committed her to a facility when I was 6. When she got out, he'd already filed for divorce and full custody. He told her I was better off without her. She believed him because she hated herself too much to argue. I spent 20 years too ashamed to fight, she'd written. I don't deserve forgiveness. I just want her to know I never stopped loving her. David wrote back, this isn't my decision to make. I'm trying to find the right way to tell her. I woke him at 3 a.m., showed him his phone. His face shifted through shock, fear, then resignation. How long were you going to hide this? I wasn't hiding it. I was figuring out how to tell you. She's dying, Jess. I didn't want to force you into a decision you'd regret. That wasn't your choice to make. I know. I'm sorry. I was furious at him. For the secrecy. For meetings behind my back. For deciding he knew better what I could handle. But I was also furious at something deeper. The story I'd believed for 25 years. That my mother chose to leave. That she didn't fight for me. That I wasn't worth staying for. I want to see everything. I read until sunrise. Her grief. Her years of therapy. The letters she'd written but never sent. 25 years of certainty dissolved into something messier and more painful. She's at St. Catherine's Hospice, David said quietly. Maybe 2 weeks left. I went the next day, alone. She looked nothing like I remembered. Small, gray, fragile, but her eyes were mine. She'd given me her eyes. You came, she whispered. I didn't think you would. I almost didn't. We talked for 4 hours. Not forgiveness, not absolution. Just 2 people finally telling each other the truth after decades of silence. She died 11 days later. I held her hand at the end. I don't know if I forgave her. I'm not sure forgiveness fits something that complicated, but I was there, and she knew I was there. David and I are working through his secret keeping. He was wrong to hide it. He was also trying to protect me. Both things exist at once. My mother got to say goodbye. I got answers I didn't know I needed. David learned that loving someone doesn't mean deciding what's best for them. It means trusting them with hard things. I went back to thank that waitress. Left $500 of my own. She chose honesty when silence would have been easier. She gave me back something I almost lost forever.